Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to the MindCrack server. I'm back here at the observatory, where we still have imminent doom, death, and destruction from the incoming meteor. I think one of the things I'll do is take that thing down today. I know people say I should keep it. It's kind of cool looking, but it does kind of spoil the aesthetic of the observatory. Oop, I see somebody used ladders to get up there too. Those were not there before. But yeah, we're back on the MindCrack server. The last time I was here, 1.3 had just been released. I did not experience any of it at all. So yeah, I figure I would come back. I do have just a few little random things to talk about. The main thing being, I'm not sure if you can tell, the difference in the quality and sound of my voice. Ooh, voice. But, yeah, I got a new microphone. I know I mentioned... Oh, dang it. Get up. There we go. I mentioned this a while ago that I was looking at an actual... Oh, I'm not going to be able to break this without... Nope. Watch out for the snow. I mentioned I was going to get a new microphone, kind of replace the headset that I've had since last March 2011 when I started doing Let's Plays, because I got this... Oh, dang it, I keep forgetting to re-enable the astronomical textures for the paintings that a Farlander gave me. Yeah, I've been mentioning... Dang it. That I wanted to get a better microphone. I mentioned it in a Farlands or Bust and other videos, I'm sure. But I finally got it. Finally got the whole kit and caboodle set up here, and I'm speaking to you through it right now. It probably sounds different because it's a completely separate microphone. It's more of a broadcast microphone, so it's probably going to take me a little bit of time to mess with the settings. I guess I'll get that later. Oh, you know what? I think I have... Dang it. Hold on. I was gonna... Because this is all wool. I could get shears downstairs in the basement. In the basse mente. And then we can cut through that a lot quicker. But yeah, got a new microphone. It is the Rode Procaster. Rode being, I believe, an Australian company, but it... came highly recommended throughout the interwebs as a good broadcast quality microphone, and just doing a lot of research. I know I had, for a small, like one episode of Farlands or Bust, I was using a not a blue snowball, but a blue Yeti, which is a fine mic indeed. Oh, I fell. But I wasn't too much of a fan of the way it sounded at the time, and I didn't have a full-on, set up with a boom and shock mount and things like that, so that kind of impacted my decision to return it, but I figured it was time to come back to this, and ended up with the Rode Procaster. And this is actually, as opposed to what you're most familiar with... First of all, let me preface this by saying I'm not an expert by any means on pro audio or stuff like that, but as you know, when I tend to do things, I tend to overdo them. So I did quite a bit of research, took 20 years to make a decision, and ended up with this. And it's a instead of being what are they called? They are called condenser. Instead of being a condenser mic, how does this work? You just do that. Okay. Instead of being a condenser mic, which is what the blue snowball is, and what I'm sure a lot of your favorite commentators and Let's Players probably use condenser mics. This one is a dynamic microphone, a little bit different of a setup. It doesn't require its own power source. It doesn't have quite the large diaphragm that a condenser does, which means it's got a little bit better off-axis noise suppression from the reviews and the input I was getting from the interwebs. And that is, if I step away from the microphone like I am now, I'm obviously much quieter. But I was only like a foot away from the mic there, so hopefully that will cut down on you guys hearing my my downstairs neighbors opening and closing their garage at all hours of the day, but also just general noise, keyboard and clickiness, perhaps. Oh, getting block lag here. Come on, 1.3, let's not start doing such things. But yeah, that was something that kind of led to my decision. Also, I don't know if this is true. You might notice the way my voice sounds might seem a little bit deeper, as if my voice needed to get any deeper. It might sound a little bit deeper because I was reading that the dynamic microphones tend to really favor deeper, the lower, not resolutions, what's the word I'm looking for? The lower sound waves. But what are those called? Frequencies, the lower frequencies. So I figure I have a deep voice, I might as well accentuate such things, indeed, whatnot, and etc. So hopefully, I'm sure it's a little bit jarring at first for you guys. It certainly was for me when I was testing things. I'm like, ooh, that's really, really quite deep. It almost sounds like an AM radio or something like that. And that may improve as I get more used to, learning my mic presence and, how to actually, speak into a microphone and without, peaking the thing or using the correct level of voice and things like that. But yeah, there's like a whole school of knowledge behind how to use a microphone that broadcasters in radio and sports use. So I can only see things improving now that my hardware is up to snuff. It's just up to me to get my knowledge and my skills on par with them. So it's not any hardware issues that will hold me back. All right, can I do this? Yes. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's why my voice sounds a little bit different. And if you look it up, the Procaster is actually like a studio microphone. It doesn't go directly to USB. There is the Podcaster, and I know regardless of what I say, everybody's going to have different opinions, and you should have gotten this microphone, or this microphone is a lot cheaper and would have done just as good, and blah, 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 blah. Shut your face! I've made my decision. Let's make me second guess it, because it will be another 9 months before I make a new decision. So, but yeah, I decided to go with the XLR version for a little bit more flexibility in case in the future I do want to, get a little bit more fancy with my recording and my mixing and things like that, make it a little bit more of a professional home studio. Also, the USB version is white. It's meant to match like Apple products, and having the similar OCD capabilities as Zisto, I couldn't stand having a bunch of my computer is a matte black. My monitors are now both matte black. Now that I got this new monitor, that would have driven me nuts. But yeah, flexibility is really the key there, because I'm actually have it. You may ask, Kurt, since it isn't direct to USB, how do you have it plugged into your computer? You British followers, you. I have it going into a USB audio interface, which was another part of the long-term process of finding and choosing things to purchase. And it's basically, you plug in the XLR cable. And for those of you who don't know, XLR is simply a pro audio, like USB or FireWire or anything like that. It's what's meant for pro audio. And that basically plugs into the USB interface. I got the Tascam US100, which is literally as basic as you can get. It just has one mic input. There's a whole bunch of other ones with like 4 mic inputs and mixers, and I didn't need that. I just needed a way to get the mic to go to the computer. So yeah, I've got that going through there, and I like it because it has little fiddly knobs, so I can, without having to go into the software, say if I'm doing a multiplayer or co-op thing and people are saying, oh, your mic is kind of low, instead of making them resort to changing their software settings or me having to go into software, I can just go right in and, okay, I'll just adjust the gain knob and stuff like that. The only problem is which actually isn't a problem. It's the same situation I was in with the headset. Since it is going to USB, I can't directly monitor the microphone. And that means that's another technique that broadcasters use, is they actually, when they're plugged into the mixer, their headsets, they're able to listen to their own voice through the microphone so that they can hear, how loud they are and, make adjustments based on that. I would be able to do that, but then I wouldn't be able to record the game sounds and the system sounds. So I'm still recording the system sounds through my internal sound card on my PC, but the mic is coming through on its own USB line. So a little bit of a drawback. I was trying to find a USB interface that combined the two, and there was one. The Tascam 125 has the ability to pipe your computer sounds back into your computer so you can record them that way. Hold on. Nose itch. Ugh. That's another thing. I can itch my nose now without worrying about hitting the headset mic. But what was I saying? Oh, totally forgot. The Tascam US 125 or something has the ability to pipe the audio back into your computer. But I was asking people who had that, and while, you can do that, and that would work great for single player, for multiplayer, or say for having guests on a live stream, that wouldn't work because it pipes all the sounds back into the computer. So then people on Skype or TeamSpeak or Mumble or anything would then hear themselves and hear my game sounds, which for those of you who were here for the previous Farlands or Bust live stream celebration, that was a problem because I didn't quite have that figured out back then either. People were hearing their echoes, and then we were hearing echoes of their echoes, and it was a mess. So I decided to keep things simple. And like I said, I don't have any food other than melons. Sorry, this is going to take like 20 minutes to get my whatchamacallit back up. My haunches. So that is a long-winded explanation as to the reasoning and the update to my recording studio setup here. So I'm pretty excited, and I do apologize if the next few videos I put out might not have quite the right levels, or my voice doesn't quite sound the same, or I think I should be definitely easy to hear and comprehend, but it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get used to this, but this is the setup I'm hoping to use during the live stream, the FLoBathon this weekend, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Be there or be square. I made this decision before this, but for those of you who also subscribe to X, David, what is his username? David R64YT. For those of you who also listen to him and subscribe to him, he recently put out a very long video called The Art of the Let's Play, where he basically recorded his entire editing process. And like myself, he finds audio to be very important to the Let's Plays. So he went on for a long time talking about how he edits audio, and I started to feel a little bit lazy just looking at his process, where he separates the mic audio from the game audio, and then even goes as far as to compensate the quiet parts of the game audio and the loud parts, and make sure that his voice isn't overwhelming, but at the same time the game isn't overwhelming his voice, but and then he goes as far to change the levels based on that in different parts. So he certainly is focused on quality over there, and something I'd hopefully like to be able to get back into now that I've got a little bit better of a setup here. For the last few months, I've basically just been recording it as a single track, just automatically mixing my mic and the game sounds, and I've been noticing, especially in Kerbal Space Program, that's a little bit of a problem. When the rockets go off or explosions happen, the game is suddenly very loud, but then you can't hear my voice. But then other times, the game is very quiet. So I think at the expense of reducing the amount of videos I'm able to come out in rapid fire, I'd like to try to spend a little bit more time And as I get better at it, it'll go quicker as I figure out shortcuts. But spend a little bit more time improving the audio and overall quality, because I think I got the video down. I've figured out the rendering settings and the recording settings pretty well after getting my new computer, and I'm able to, do stuff at a lot higher frame rates and HD qualities and whatnot, indeed, and etceteras. But yeah, that's a video that you should check out to kind of, if you want to get a good idea of how a really good, YouTube video game commentator really goes about his or her work. It's not just recording a game and slapping it on YouTube. And I mean, even look at B00's latest videos. He's got a whole bunch of overlays and cool three-dimensional title screens and things, and it's starting to be quite a race, an arms race for technology and quality and stuff like that, I guess. So this is my latest salvo in such things as these. But yeah, we're almost done taking down the meteor. Boop, 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 boop. What else did I want to talk about? I guess I wanted to talk about... today is... I'm recording this on Monday, although this might come up on Tuesday, probably. I had a big Sunday, a very busy Sunday. I got quite exhausted myself. I gotta start pacing myself this week to make sure I'm all set for the FLoBathon weekend. But yeah, my Sunday started out. I was, and certainly thank you everybody who was around me on Sunday, who was dealing with my exhaustion and confusion and whatnot. But yes, my Sunday started out, like I said, I joined the QubeTubers live stream. I went on at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time, my local time zone, and I missed. And what they do... dang it. Can I reach these from here? I can. You there. Poof. And I don't have a ladder. It's like Christmas over here. This is debris. Thanks a lot, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I did the QubeTubers thing, and they when you're a guest with the QubeTubers, you take over the live stream from your computer. So that was something I expected, but I didn't prepare myself for. I really didn't have a plan when I went live. I was running a little bit late. I accidentally overslept a little bit. I need fence. Hey, anybody got some fence? I don't even have any wood on me. Dang it. I gotta cut down one of those trees in the front yard. Do I have an axe? No, I don't. Ugh. Do I have anything to build an axe with? No, I do not. I do not have any wood. Got a lot of wooden half slabs. Ugh. I brought everything over to the evil layer of undergroundness. Alright, I guess I gotta chop down one of the trees in the front yard. But yeah, I really didn't have a plan, so I kind of just went up on their server. They had a server for people who donated to Child's Play charity, like $50 or more or something. So I hung out there. I was talking to the guys who were kind of in the mumble chat there. I'm sorry, I didn't know who you were when I started talking to you, and I still am not completely sure who you are, but you're part of the YouTuber staff, so well done on a successful charity run. But right in between that, we had like $40,000 or something, $43,000. I need to replant this tree. I don't want that. As I was live streaming, and I was actually just doing a quick tour of the MindCrack server here, Notch, the big guy himself, Notch, donated and got them over their $50,000 goal for that year while I was live streaming. So that was a good moment for Kurt to start freaking out and not know what to do, being as he already didn't know what to do during the live stream. So, and then, but wait, there's more. And then Notch came on the call. I kind of, at that point, and I talked about this during the latest MindCrack podcast, but I kind of handed it over to the QubeTubers people. I don't know if that was the right thing to do or not, or they just expected me to keep streaming. But I kind of handed it back over to the QubeTuber people because it was kind of their moment. The YouTuber who's kind of, I guess, the organizer of QubeTubers, Sintra, she was actually... Oh, these are the worst stairs ever, Kurt. What are you doing? She was... Dang it! She was actually asleep at the time, so they had to, like, wake her... One step at a time. One step at a time. They had to actually wake her up. And yeah, so then she came on the call. So I kind of handed it over to them and left it up to them to be talking to Notch. And then I just kind of quietly left the stream, just disappeared into the background, which, I wanted to go on there to kind of, it's obviously we're raising money for Child's Play charity. I'm already a big fan of that and wanted to support that, which is why they invited me, I'm assuming. And then, I did get a sapling. And then, I also wanted to kind of introduce myself to people who might not know who I am. Either, who are watching on the live stream, because there's a lot of different people watching on the live stream, but, and I'm not, I'm not, like, sore about it. Are you not sore about it, are you, Sonny? No, I'm not sore or, upset about it. It's great that Notch donated that money. He donated quite a bit to Far Lands or Bust Child's Play charity as well. So it just really caught me off guard. And you guys got to witness the full the full strength of this fully operational starship. Or what's the line from Star Wars? It's fully operational battle station. That's what it is. That's what it is. Got it. But yeah, he's a very generous dude. He's really cool and very humble. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll show up during the Far Lands or Bust live stream. No guarantees. I don't know, but he's certainly invited. But yeah, so that was that kind of like I said, didn't upset me, but it wore me out quite a bit to suddenly have all this excitement and people and famous people and people talking that I don't know who they are and stuff like that, and having to sulk away in the background. So that really wore me out, I guess would be the term for that, as an introvert does get worn out. And then it was like just a couple hours later, 2 or 3 hours later, we recorded I got to take that down. Let's take that down next today. Exciting episodes with Kurt. We recorded the MindCrack podcast, which was better because obviously I know Good, Badge, and Beef, even though I don't talk to them that much outside of doing stuff like that or for Minecraft. But yeah, that was fun. We got to talk, and that was a little bit over an hour. So once again, being in social situations, I got a little bit more worn out there. And yeah, you guys should. That was episode 7, so you guys should check that out, because I do make an announcement about Far Lands or Bustathon that you guys should check out there. And instead of just telling everyone everywhere, I'm going to refer you to the podcast. It's about the 3rd segment or so where we start talking about the FLoBathon, and I make an announcement about certain milestones that are reached and what we will do. I don't have too much dirt here. I know I could probably get away with using gravel instead, but I don't have that much gravel either, do I? Oh, I guess I do. Oh, I can't tell the difference between it and cobblestone. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but they are just too similar for me right now. It's okay, so let's organize things. Yeah, like, where's the gravel? There it is. And this is cobblestone. That is full. I thought I saw more gravel in here. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Let's get rid of this stuff. Oop, actually not the wool. I'll keep the wool. Organize the old inventory. I think that's it. But yeah, that was a day. That was a day indeed. And I've got a bunch of shovels. yeah, we did that, and I was a little bit exhausted, and I tried taking a nap, and then I realized I've never been able to take a nap in my entire adult life, so I don't know why I tried at that time. But yeah, then that night, that evening, everybody who joined me for the landing of the Mars Curiosity rover, that was exciting, and that I had a little bit of a better time doing because I was just on my own for the live stream. So yeah, thank you everybody who showed up for that. We watched the landing on Mars live, and it actually went off seemingly without a hitch, which was, I don't want to say surprising, but it was surprising just because that whole sky crane operation with the letting go of the parachute and then, you know, rockets and cables and things and getting the rover on Mars just seems, I'm sure the NASA engineers had everything under control. They tested and theorized and developed, and mathematics and science figured that out. But, scary thing indeed. So yeah, that was cool. I was on there for a couple hours. I played a little bit of Kerbal Space Program, but not much. There were too many distractions with the NASA feed and things, and I had the NASA Eyes on the Solar System open, and at the time of landing, we had like 3,000 viewers on my Twitch TV stream, and that kind of blew me away. That was like what we had maximum for the 50% milestone video, or live stream, 5-hour live stream. So I'm a little concerned, not concerned, just I'm just curious what, ooh, don't fall, you know, what kind of audience we're going to get for the Farlands or Bustathon. So hopefully we can reach further milestones a lot quicker with more people watching. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. So yeah, if you joined me for that, thank you very much. I hope I covered it in some sort of coherent manner. I was quiet for a lot of the landing. I was trying to give updates, as you heard the guys coming over the radio in the control center saying, "Bah, bah, bah, this happened." So I was trying to keep you guys with what limited knowledge I had. Oh. Hello. That was weird. It's this cloud. It's the cloud of lagginess. So yeah, that was fun. And actually, BOO was in the chat, and who else was in the chat? Two Girls on Minecraft. I had to close Skype because a lot of live streamers are having problems with Skype being open and then being subject to attacks through Skype that take down one's internet and then obviously ruins a live stream. So I had Skype shut down. I'll definitely have a fix for that for the FLoBathon. Dude. So there, my neighbors just opened up their garage, so that's going to be a test of this microphone. Whoop. Let's see, I should probably get these on the bar just in case there's any sort of emergency where I need to teleport myself mid-fall. Boop. Good grief. The world height limit is high. I guess for those of you who don't know or who haven't watched, this tower is here because this is how I recorded my Zisto-style intro for the 2 episodes where we did a co-op, and he was helping me dig out the tube for the intercontinental ballistic missile, the evil missile of doom and doominess. So instead of like doing it in any sort of creative world, I had to actually build up to the height limit and then jump down and record that. It's kind of fun. Etho always enjoys when people die of fall damage, so he was online when I did that, so that made him happy. Who's online right now? Baj and Ads. Ads? That's what I'm calling him now. Ads! Boop, 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 boop. But yeah, it was an interesting day yesterday, which is another reason I didn't have a video out on Monday, but I was part of the podcast, the MindCrack podcast. So Perhaps in the future we'll do another one of those. But yeah, I really wanted to get on there just to pimp the Farlands Robustathon coming up. And once again, as many of my MindCrack episodes go, I didn't plan too much else to talk about. But yeah, I really hope that this microphone works out. It certainly looks cool. It's you know, I got the big in the whole kit. I guess I should say I got the microphone, but then I also got the kind of telescoping stand, the mount, the shock mount, which is kind of this nifty-looking rubber bandy thing that makes sure that, you know, when I hit the table, I'm sure you heard that with the audio, but when I hit the table and type on the keys, you don't hear all the vibrations through the desk. That on there, obviously the microphone came with it. But yeah, I ordered it through an Amazon affiliate because I had my eye on the microphone and the stand and the mount all separately, but this, you know, one of these resellers or whatever through Amazon was selling exactly what I was going to buy anyway in a kit, but for like $30 less. So I'm like, all right, I'll just do this. They have good reviews and free shipping, and you know, even if I've ever had a problem on Amazon with another seller, Amazon tends to lay the smack down and gets people in line. So I figured I'd do it, but then I got a shipment in the mail, and it was just the microphone. I'm like, okay. And it said carton 1 of 1, shipment 1 of 1, and there was no further indication via email or anything that there were any more shipments coming. So I emailed the guys, and I'm like, hey, I ordered this through your Amazon, this kit, but so far all I've got is the mic. I didn't get anything else in the kit. That's, you know, I link them to their product. I got an email back, and they're like, oh, I'm not showing any open orders right now, but could you tell me what's included in that kit that you haven't received yet, and I'll check to see if we have any shipments that already left out for you. So I go ahead and reply back. I should have been like, it also includes like a $5,000 diamond ring, but no. So yeah, I told them what all it included, and then waited like a day or so, and then they wrote back, and I actually got a shipment confirmation with all the other things in the kit. Oop, do I have another shovel? No! I guess I don't even have a... I don't want to do the rest of this with my fists. I don't have any cobble. Alright, you guys are going to really hate what's about to happen. Yes! This probably isn't going to last the entire time. Let me make another one. How about another 2? Boop. Alright. Yes, I know, but I don't have a pickaxe, so deal with it. Or an axe. Geronimo! And I can do things like that. When I'm, like, far away, I can... without having to pretend to do that with the headset. Whoop. Don't want to accidentally throw the ender pearl. But what was I saying? So yeah, they emailed me. Oh, we've shipped the rest of your shipments, or the rest of your kit. And it seemed like they were unaware that I ordered a kit. And if I hadn't said anything, I would have not gotten the rest of the kit. So not a terrible experience. I obviously ended up getting everything that I wanted, and like I said, it was a good price, so... but that was just kind of a funny little... It's like, you guys are, you know, used to selling things on the internet, right? When you list something as a product, as a kit, people tend to want the kit that they ordered. Oh, I got more gravel. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And yes, I realize I'm about to start starving to death. Ugh. Oh. Boop. I am really glad that they fixed the pillaring that was broken before. Where you wouldn't be able to do this. Actually, I should probably... I already died once doing this. Actually setting the theme up and not actually, you know, not when I was filming. But, yeah, I've got to actually... See, like right there, I was kind of leaning back in my chair, so I really wasn't paying attention. So I've got to train myself to keep myself up close to the mic. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Dope. Okay, I'm standing on that block. Let's do that. And then... let's do this. And I didn't forget anything, did I? Nope. Alright, now what I can do is have a nice snack up here in the troposphere of the MindCrack server. Those are kind of cool little spires over there. That's kind of neat. I didn't see those before. Or I guess from ground level it really doesn't look as dramatic, I guess. But yeah, what I'm going to do is jump down and then we can just take all this down in one fell swoop. Yoink! Oh, hey, that was quite the delay. Yeah, I can just do this, and then... boop, 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 boop. Yee! We'll get some kind of a neat accordion effect. I guess if I stand next to it, it'll seem like we're traveling. Psh, 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 Star Wars! Wah! Ah, easily amused. Oh, it's raining giant clods of sand, or gravel. Oh, there's my workbench. All right. So I think that should probably wrap up this episode. I apologize for the mundanity of the video in the background, but... hopefully good practice on the new mic, and we'll be able to fiddle with things until we get things just right. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, now that 1.3 is out, really what I want to do on here. If I want, obviously, I know people are going to want me to continue making this, but, you know, maybe I should go out exploring and trying to find these new features in 1.3 or... stuff like that. Take a break from this tube. As you can see, this whole top half-ish or so is nice and rounded, and except for some parts over there where we got a little bit carried away with the TNT, but it's nice and rounded and very round. But does that even line up? Yeah, it does. But the rest of that down there is... oh, I got the whole stack of TNT from the meteor. Indeed I did. Indeed I did. So yeah, maybe in the next episode or something we'll just do some more blasting on our own. Let me see. This might be a bad idea. Let's see if I can get over there and then fill in those pieces. All right. Hold your breath. Gee. Oh, okay. Woo. Woo. Let's gee. That goes down, so that needs to be there. That needs to be there. And there. There. There! Aha! There. That needs to do that. This is poorly planned. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that jump. So what I'm going to do... is break this, and then mid-fall, use the Ender Pearl to Ender Pearl myself to safety. Okay. This will be a very interesting ending to the episode, but yeah, thanks for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Oh, I made it. Ho, ha, hoo. Ha. Indeed.